A Miami cop has been suspended with pay, of course, after cell phone videos surfaced of him kicking a suspect in the face during an arrest. Take a look at the video.
Ooh. You ain't have to do all that, buddy. You tripping.
Now, the officer has been identified as Mario Figueroa, and he has been in the MPD for 2 years. Now, the woman who captured the cell phone video gave her account of the incident, saying that the suspect was being chased by the officers and was looking to find a way to get out. Once he realized he couldn't escape, the suspect put his hands up and walked to meet the officers face to face, and the officers then gave him instructions to get on his knees and then lie down, and the suspect complied. Now, after the man was handcuffed, the other police officer ran right at him and kicked him like a football, she said. Now, the suspect, who is 31-year-old Miami resident David Vladim Suazo, was arrested and charged with third-degree grand theft of a vehicle, fleeing and eluding a police officer, reckless driving and damage to property or person, and habitual driving with a suspended license. Now, the Miami PD, after this video came out, have apologized, and they said, today the city of Miami Police Department received a video of an incident involving one of my officers. The video depicts a clear violation of policy. The officer has been relieved of duty, and the Miami State Attorney's Office has been contacted.
But he's on like paid vacay.
Yeah,
like
essentially.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're so sorry that they're like, oh, you know, with pay, suspended with pay. That's not that sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the mainstream media bothers me. Look, this is a small example of it, and maybe I'm overemphasizing it, but ABC News, which is actually among the best of them, so it's ironic in this case, and I'm sure that they all did it, but they say the cop appears to kick the prone suspect.
No.
We all just saw it. He kicked the suspect in the head.
Yeah.
And the witness says that a spit flew out of his mouth, and then it was all over him when the cops put him up. Why? Because there's a deference to power. I don't want to say that he kicked the suspect. What if the cops push back and say he didn't kick the suspect? Well, you have video, we have eyes.
We all have eyeballs.
Right.
We all have eyeballs, we all saw it.
Yeah, but of course, by far the more important thing is, this is the stuff that they've been doing all along. And we just didn't have it on tape before. And they would deny, and that's why the media would say, well, one side says this, and the other side says that, and generally we of course trust power. It turns out, well, we were wrong to trust power. I don't know that I ever did, but well, no, I did back when I was a Republican. And no, powerful people lie all the time. And so now that we capture these things on tape, we see what actually happens. So this is not new, but it is new that they're getting caught, and at least some little thing is being done about it.
Yeah, I mean, we have it on tape. It's not a debate. It is what it is, for sure. But I feel like this has to be said, at least, I don't know, for me, the dude, reckless driving, damage to property or person, habitual suspended license, driving and doing all this stuff, all these arrests. He could have killed somebody. He could have hurt somebody else. And if you're gonna do crazy stuff that's taking your life and other people's life at risk, the risk you're also taking is someone might kick you in the face. I mean, also don't be a bad guy that's doing bad things to other people.
Yeah, but at the same time, this guy was handcuffed, face down in the grass. We all saw that. It wasn't like he was like going to move towards the cop. He was already handcuffed. The other guy had handcuffed him. He's face down. This guy did a running across the field. Like, I don't know if
he did a Lucy and Charlie Brown.
Exactly. I don't know if he was like practicing his soccer, whatever, like kick or whatever, but it was unnecessary. No matter what your alleged guilt as your crime is, if I gave up, I'm in handcuffs, no need to kick the guy in the head.
For sure. I think I'm just thinking more cosmically. Like, be the kind of person that can walk out the door and not risk getting kicked in the face. But
Gina, I hear what you're saying. I don't think any of us are arguing that he shouldn't have been arrested, right? I think he deserves to be arrested, and they were, pursuing that. I think what's really alarming is the way they handle the arrest, and this is something that we see time and time again. Even taking out the incident of him getting kicked in the face, when you see he's on the ground, he's already conceded, he has handcuffs. Then like 5 other cops run over, and they're all like this guy is already being peaceful. He's already on the ground. He's already handcuffed. Why do you need so much backup and in such an aggressive state? I think that's the problem that people are having with the police these days or I guess always, but now that we're seeing it, I think that the problem is that they're coming in and they're ready to use their badge and their gun and their taser, and they're ready to have that sort of power trip, and that's what maybe he tripped on his head, maybe literally. But I mean, that's I think what we're seeing in here, and I think that's what's so alarming and discouraging, because people should call the cops on these kinds of people. People should call the cops for help, and to have then you call the cop for help somebody and then there be a death or a kick in the face or a suffocation.
Worse, people already handcuffed on the ground and getting executed by the police.
Exactly.
We've seen everything. I just want to slip in, be the kind of person that can leave your door and I'm not planning on getting kicked in the face today because I'm not.
But if you take that into the context of what is happening in the bigger picture of police brutality right now, come on, there are people that are getting kicked in the head, I'm sure, that have done nothing, that don't deserve to be kicked in. There are people that are getting choked to death that have done nothing.
Walking out of the door and knowing that you're not going to get kicked in the face by a police officer means walking out the door and being white.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the truth.
So, yeah, look, let's go through all the context real quick. So, Gina, first of all, it would be very, very, very unlikely for you to get kicked in the head by a cop, okay? Period. You could have stolen a car, you could have done reckless driving. When you're lying with your hands behind your head like that, there's no way, I mean, not no way, but very unlikely.
Knock on wood.
I mean,
I don't
thank
want
God.
to get kicked in the face.
Okay. And we've seen case after case of unarmed people who were totally innocent. A guy shot in his backyard because he had a cell phone. A guy who picked up a toy gun at a Walmart where they sell toy guns, right? So in this case, the guy has a bunch of aliases and it looks like he did it. But that's why we have jail. That's why he's gonna go to jail. It's not the cops, it's the cops' role to arrest them. It's not the cops' role to give out punishment.
Right.
Oh, there was no serving or protecting in this case.
That's right.
I mean, nobody's debating that.
That's right.
Yeah.
And for this woman who's taking the video to be like, damn, or whatever she said.
Yeah. I actually think she had the best quote other than damn. When asked later, she wanted to be anonymous. She's like, I don't want to get in the middle of this, but she just happened to have the tape, I'm glad she did. She said about the cops, we respect you guys. We need you guys. We call you. We don't expect you to come and just be beating people up for no reason. The man was down. He didn't resist arrest. So I think that's the best point of all. And so we got to be able to trust our cops. And when I say we, I mean everyone. And in that community, they got to be able to trust the cops so that they'll call them, so that they'll have a relationship where they're working together and preventing crime instead of worried, hey, next time is it gonna be me? 2 easy ways to follow the Young Turks. One is hit the subscribe button down below, then you're a TYT subscriber. And second is ring the bell. And when you do that on YouTube, you're notified of our videos.